Okay, so here we go. One student's going to be selected. Everybody plays either a wind instrument or a percussion instrument. So here's your band. There's 65 kids in it. Everybody is percussion or wind, and everybody plays an instrument. So there are no people out here. It says everybody plays one or the other. 37 students play a wind instrument. Please don't put the 37 here. The whole wind circle is 37. 14 play both. So if the whole circle is 37, could we say this part was 23?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. What about this section?
Add those together, subtract from the total.
So, what do you want me to do?
Add them together, subtract from the total.
37 from 65?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 37 from 65 is what, 28? What is the probability of selecting a student who plays percussion?
28 over 65.
28 over 65, is that right? No? What's wrong with it?
Oh, okay. Add those.
Percussion is this whole circle, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
So that's not right.
Yeah.
The probability of picking a kid who plays percussion would be 42 over 65?
Yes.
Does that reduce?
No.
No? So that's your answer. Now, we're going to pause for a second. You need to understand where every single one of those numbers came from. Does anybody not know? Well, the 14 was given, so there's really no understanding there. Everybody see where the 23 came from? All the W's add up to 37. Everybody understand where the 28 came from? All of these have to add up to 65. So the question was, what's the probability of picking a percussion? That means it's coming out of this ball. There's 42 kids in that ball, 42 out of 65. All right, now we got a class of 38, and they're eating stuff. So here's my class of 38. And they love brownies. So we got 16 that love brownies. We got 16 that love banana bread. Oh wait, we got 18 that love brownies. 16 love banana bread. No, 16 love brownies. I'm having a hard time here. 16 love brownies. 18 love cookies. And 16 love banana bread. Okay, got it. 6 of them love all 3, so that means I have overlapping circles. So we got brownies, cookies, and banana bread. And 6 of them love all 3. So I'm going to put 6 right there in the middle. Everybody with me so far? Five love only brownies. So 5 love only brownies. Make sense? 10 love only cookies. And 7 love only banana bread. Now, we still have these numbers over here that I had such a hard time with, the 16 brownies, 18 cookies, and 16 banana bread. How are they gonna show up in that Venn diagram? You are not gonna put a 16 in here, but what do we know about that 16? It's the total. So if I look at the whole blue ball, this is the brownie ball right here. If I look at the whole blue ball, it has to add up to 16. So I don't know what these two little sections are, so I'll call them X and Y. So 5 and 6 and X and Y add up to 16. Does that make sense? And then I'll do the same thing with the other two. I'll call this section Z. And I'm going to do the same thing. So see if you can write equations for the cookie ball and the banana bread ball.
Oh.
Your equations, they might be in a little different order, and that's fine, but your equations look like these?
Yes.
Things can be out of order, that doesn't matter, as long as you have all the same numbers in the equation there. Okay, in a minute you're gonna do this one or do one like this by yourself, but what should I probably do now? Probably should clean these up a little bit, right? So what does that top equation say about x plus y? X plus y adds up to 5. And x plus z adds up to 2. And y plus z adds up to
2.
3.
3. Yeah.
Okay, now, who remembers kind of a simple little strategy to make our way through this? Who remembers? What did we do? Look over there. What did we do? We took the top two equations and whatever variable they have in common, and that's going to depend on what order you wrote your equations, but whatever variable they have in common, which for me is x, I'm going to eliminate it. Eliminate the one they have in common. So to eliminate the x, I'm going to go ahead and just multiply through that second one by a negative. And then I can add them together. So what do I get when I add these together? The x's cancel, which is the point. Y minus z equals 3. Then what do I do? I put that equation together with the other one that I haven't used yet, which is y plus z equals 3. And these two are set up beautifully to eliminate the z's. They just happen to be eliminating the z's. So we end up with 2y equal to 6. So y equals 3. And then all the pieces fall into place. Because if you come over here and make this a 3, that is now 3. then can you figure out what your x has to be?
Yes.
Let's see, that makes 14, and what was the whole thing, 16, is that a 2? And this whole thing was 18, wait a minute. That's a 0. Which is fine. What does that mean? There are no people in this group that like only banana bread and cookies. Are there people that like banana bread and cookies? Yeah, but they also like brownies. There's nobody that likes just those two things. All right, so now we answer the questions. All that was just to build the Venn diagram. How many like none of the baked treats? So how many people like none of these? Now remember, there's 38 in the class. How'd you do that, Allie? You're right. There's 5 people that don't like anything. How did you do that? You said you added up everything you got here.
And subtracted from 38.
Exactly. So these added up to 33. If you add all these numbers up, you get 33, which means there's 5 in the class that never raised their hands. If one student is selected, what's the probability that he will love only one kind of treat? So we're gonna pick one kid, and he loves only one kind of treat. What's my denominator gonna be?
38.
38, okay. How many kids like only one treat? Aren't they here, here, and here? These kids right here like what? What do these 5 like?
Brownies.
Only brownies. One thing, brownies. These guys like only cookies, and these guys like only banana bread. So what have we got? 22, yes, Jacob?
Would we subtract the 5 since they're not in, like, did they just choose one?
No, they're still in the class.
Okay.
Yeah, when you're doing the probability, they're all here in the class, you're gonna reach in and grab one. Okay, and that reduces, everybody reduced it, right, to 11 over 19. If one student is selected from the class, what is the probability that he will like only cookies and banana bread? That's 0. That happened to be the 0 category. No one in the class likes only cookies and banana bread. Okay? Now, we don't do this very often, but the back side is homework due Monday. All right? So homework due Monday. If you think you're going to have trouble with that, maybe you should come to Flex and we'll work on it.